boat friends. This is something that I have never done with you before. I'm out here on the water in Duluth, Minnesota. I have never followed a ship from sea and dock all the way to the aerial lift bridge. Take a look in the distance. You have the 1,004-foot Edgar B Speer just taking off after getting fully loaded with iron ore pellets, aka taconite. That thing is moving right now from the dock. We're going to follow this all the way out to the aerial lift bridge and on to Lake Superior. This is going to be awesome. Let's get rolling. Here's exactly where we are at and what we will be doing. Take a look at that map on the screen. The blue arrow is where the Edgar B Speer is right now. That's where we are at, right next to Canadian National Dock. That's where these ships get fully loaded with iron ore pellets. And we are going to follow this ship under the Blatnik Bridge that you can see there with the green arrow, and under the aerial lift bridge, which is the red arrow. So we have a little bit of distance to travel with this ship. I'm going to stay behind it. This is going to be remarkable, something different that I've never done with you before, but you can see this beast is sitting low in the water. So this is going to be pretty fun. And as the vessel departs the dock, the draft is at about 27 feet. Look how large the Speer is. 1,004 feet, and you can take a look at sea and dock. It's enormous over here. In the distance, you can see those chutes that come down. That's what is used to load those ships. The ship will be right below it. Those chutes come down, and that's what they use to fill the holds on these big vessels. And you can see the Speer has cleared the dock. Take a look on the screen there. It's doing 2.2 knots as it's taken off, according to its AIS. You can see the Blatnik Bridge in the distance. That's exactly where we will be heading. We'll be going under that. Then we'll be turning at Rice's Point, going towards the aerial lift bridge. Weather conditions as we follow this beast. 75 degrees Fahrenheit here in Duluth right now. That is 24 degrees Celsius. We do have some wind, 15 miles per hour out of the northwest. And as you can see on the screen there, visibility 5 miles for the captain as he goes out on the lake. That's due to the Canadian wildfire smoke that's making its way down here into Minnesota. Also, here's some quick stats on this beast. Edgar B Speer, 1,004 feet in length, built in 1980 at the American Shipbuilding Company based in Ohio. Cargo capacity, a mass of 73,000 tons, 5 holds, 20 hatches, 2 controllable pitch propellers. It also has 2 18-cylinder, 9,000 horsepower diesel engines. So this thing can really put out some power, and it's owned by the Great Lakes Fleet that's based here in Duluth. You have a few things to look at in the distance. You have the Vista Star. That was cool. The captain of the Speer let off a salute there for the tourists. Few things to look at. Obviously, you got that tour vessel that's going right by here, but in the background you see Smet Dock. That's Superior Midwest Energy Terminal. That's the coal dock, so when these ships come in to get coal, that's where they're going right there. Got the Vista Star going by. Well, let's get back to the action with this 1,004-foot beast. Give you a quick look around. You can see that smoke in the distance a little better, especially on the hillside right there in Duluth, and that Vista Star vessel in the distance went over there to explore sea and dock with those tourists, and better look at Smet Dock. Here's that coal dock. A lot of people are always curious about the depth of the water. I get a lot of emails about that. So in this area over here, as we approach the Blatnik, sitting at about 32 feet deep. I'll show you where all these birds are coming from. It's called Interstate Island. Take a look at all of them over there. They saw that ship going by and they said, yep, time to get up and get something to eat. Now take a look at that as they follow the Speer. You can see the Speer going under the Blatnik Bridge right now. And again, this bridge connects Minnesota and Wisconsin. On this side over here, that's Superior, Wisconsin. And over here, that is Duluth, Minnesota. So that connects both of the states together. You can see some of these birds are actually diving right into the water, almost like a pelican would do when you're at the ocean. See that right there? Kind of cool to capture this turn. You can see the lift bridge right there in the background. Those birds are literally going to follow it the whole way. You can see the Vista getting along the stern there of the Speer giving some of those tourists another look at this giant vessel. So what we're going to do, we'll get tight to the wall over here to make sure that we give the captain plenty of room, and then we're going to get ahead of this vessel and get over towards the aerial lift bridge so I can get a better vantage point for you as it gets closer to going out through the canal. All right, now we're going to head straight for the aerial lift bridge. You can see that big beast is trailing behind. Set up in a new position. We're going to back up a little further to make sure that we give the big ship plenty of space, but you can see it coming towards us right now.
You guys are coming up to cargo. I'll go ahead and clear the bridge. Be out of here shortly. For that, thank you. Back out.
Well, the captain of the Speer just called into the bridge, and the aerial lift bridge is going to be heading up to 135 feet here in just a couple seconds. And you can see the bridge is fully raised. And don't forget, we're going to follow that vessel all the way out through the ship canal onto Lake Superior, so you got to hang in there. Here's that big beast making that pivot, going straight for the bridge. Boat friends, I'm going to remain silent so you can listen to the natural sounds as I follow this under the lift bridge out onto Lake Superior. So I'll catch up with you out there. If there's a decibel reading that comes in from one of these horn blasts, I'll put it right here on the screen as it goes out. So let's enjoy. If you enjoyed this ship and all of the fun that we had in this video, make sure that you hit the like button on the way out. It'll allow people that love the ships to find this channel, and also subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Be part of the Boat Friends community. We'll go on adventures just like this moving forward. As always, thank you so much for watching a video. Stay safe. I will see you soon.